Welcome back, everybody. It's Mr. Christiano Reads. We're going to continue reading The Adventures of Captain Underpants by Dav Pilkey. We're going to be reading chapters 15, 16, and 17 today. And then the next time we read, we'll be finishing up. Just a little recap of where we were. Captain Underpants had foiled a bank robbery. And then Harold and George came in and rescued him because he was getting arrested by the cops. And as they were leaving, they saw another robbery going on with some robots. So they tried to chase after the truck, and Captain Underpants got his cape caught in the truck, and the truck stopped, and Captain Underpants went flying into the building and made a hole in the building. So let's see what happens with Captain Underpants, George, Harold, and the truck with the robots. Chapter 15, Dr. Diaper. George and Harold hid behind the van until the coast was clear. Then they sneaked up to the hole in the door and peeked inside. Captain Underpants was all tied up. The two robots were standing guard, and a strange little man wearing a diaper was laughing maniacally. Interesting word, maniacally. "I am the evil Dr. Diaper," the strange little man told Captain Underpants, "and you will be the first to witness my takeover of the world." Dr. Diaper placed the stolen crystal into a large machine called the Lasermatic 2000. The machine started to light up and make loud sounds. Heavy gears began shifting and spinning, and a laser beam from the crystal shot straight up through a hole in the roof. "In exactly 20 minutes, this laser beam will blow up the moon and send huge chunks of it crashing down upon every major city in the world," laughed Dr. Diaper. "Then I will rise from the rubble and take over the planet." "Only one thing can help us now," said George. "What?" said Harold. "Rubber doggy doo-doo," said George. Uh-oh, what is he going to do with that? Harold took the fake doggy doo-doo and a slingshot from George's backpack and handed them to him. "Be careful," said Harold. "The fate of the entire planet is in your hands." With careful and precise aim, George shot the rubber doo-doo through the air across the room, and it landed with a plop right at the feet of Dr. Diaper. "Yes!" whispered George and Harold. Dr. Diaper looked down at the doo-doo between his feet and turned bright red. "Oh, dear me," he cried. I'm dreadfully embarrassed. Please excuse me." He began to waddle toward the restroom. "This has never happened to me before, I assure you," he said. I guess with all the excitement, I just... Oh dear, oh dear." While Dr. Diaper was off changing himself, George and Harold sneaked into the old warehouse. Immediately, the robots detected the boys and began marching toward them. "Destroy the intruders," said the robots. "Destroy the intruders." George and Harold screamed and ran to the back of the warehouse. Luckily, George found two old boards and gave one of them to Harold. "We're not going to have to resort to extremely graphic violence, are we?" asked Harold. "I sure hope not," said George. All right, so that's the end of chapter 15. Moving on to chapter 16. Chapter 16, the extremely graphic, violent chapter. Warning. The following chapter contains graphic scenes showing two boys beating the tar out of a couple of robots. If you have high blood pressure or if you are faint at the sight of motor oil, we strongly urge that you take better care of yourself and stop being such a baby. Uh-oh. Let's see what happens. Introducing the Pilkey brand Flipporama. Here's how this works. Everybody knows nothing enhances silly action sequences more than really cheesy animation. And so, for the first time in history of great literature, we proudly bring you the latest in cheesy animation technology, The Art of Flipperama. So what we're going to do the next couple pages is I'm going to read, and then there's a thing that I'm going to flip back and forth, and you're going to hopefully see a little bit of action in our book. So let's see what happens. Flipperama 1. Remember, flip only one page. When you're flipping, be sure that you can see the picture on the page. If you flip quickly, the two pictures will start to look like one animated picture. Don't forget to add your sound effects. All right, so the first one we got here is the robots going after George and Harold. I'm going to try to move it up a little bit closer so you can see. So here we go. Looks like he's grabbing them. All right. So that was our robot rampage. Now we've got George saves Harold. And then we got Harold returns the favor. Looks pretty funny. And then our last one, mixed nuts and bolts. Boys look like they had fun beating up those robots. All right, chapter 17, back to reading. After defeating the robots, George and Harold untied Captain Underpants. "Come on," cried Harold. "Let's get out of here." "Wait," said Captain Underpants. "We have to save the world first." So George, Harold, and Captain Underpants frankly looked all over the Lasermatic 2000, searching for a way to shut it down and stop the inevitable disaster. Said Harold. "I think this might be the lever we want." He pulled the self-destruct lever with all his might. Suddenly, the Lasermatic 2000 began to sputter and shake. The huge laser beam turned off, and pieces of the machine began flying off in all directions. "It's gonna blow!" cried Harold. "Run for your lives!" "Not so fast!" screamed Dr. Diaper, who had appeared out of nowhere. "You demolished my robots, you destroyed my Lasermatic 2000, and you ruined my one chance to take over the world. But you won't live to tell the tale." Dr. Diaper pulled out his Diapermatic 2000 ray gun and pointed it at George, Harold, and Captain Underpants. Dun dun dun. Excuse me. Captain Underpants quickly stretched out a pair of underwear and shot it at Dr. Diaper. The underwear landed right on the evil doctor's head. "Help!" cried Dr. Diaper. "I can't see! I can't see!" George and Harold ran out of the warehouse as fast as they could. "Great shot, Captain Underpants!" cried Harold. "There's just one thing I don't understand," said George. "Where'd you get the extra pair of underwear?" Captain Underpants using it as a slingshot. "What extra pair?" said Captain Underpants. "Never mind that," cried George. "Let's just get out of here before that Lasermatic 2000 thing boom explodes. Uh-oh. And look, Captain Underpants is wearing a barrel. The Lasermatic 2000 blew up, tearing apart the old warehouse. It sent flaming shards of red-hot metal in every direction. Fire from the skies around our heroes. Fire fell from the skies around our heroes, and the earth began to crumble beneath their feet. "Oh no!" cried Harold. "We're doomed!" All right, so there's the start of chapter 18. All right, so we will finish up with our story next time. All right, again, this is Mr. Christiano reading The Adventures of Captain Underpants by Dav Pilkey. And I look forward to you joining me for the conclusion. Have a good day.